Hello, welcome back to Amiga Monday. I'm not quite turned on the machine yet, as you can see over there, so give me a moment because I've forgotten which cable goes to where, so give me a moment. I think it's this one. That one. And then I need the audio cable before I forget. Otherwise none of us are going to be hearing anything. Right, there we go. That was quick. So back again for more Amiga Monday, and we're still doing the whole looking at ST games in comparison to the Amiga ones. I think this week we're looking at the interesting ones, which were, let me have a look. I say the interesting ones, that's nothing against the ones we looked at a couple of weeks ago. I just meant the ones that were kind of newer, or the ones I'd never seen before. So where is... yeah, the Killing Cloud. The Last Trooper did not exist, or at least it didn't seem to exist. We could look at Lotus 3 because we didn't see that. We did play Mighty Bomb Jack, but that was just terrible to play. What was the other one? I don't know if the Amiga has Final Fight. It would be good to see that. First person pinball, I don't think exists. You've seen me play Double Dragon before, I'm sure, on the Amiga. Could be wrong here. We never got to play Jim Power. Oh, we did. So we could do Jim Power. I do have Jim Power, so let's start off with that one. I need to sort these games section out. This is getting too much. $1992 apparently. And I forgot to show the original. Give me a sec. In fact, I'm being a bit silly here. Give me a moment. That was for the 22nd. Where was it? It's definitely the 22nd, so that was eSwap. Sure, it was one of the... Because eSwap was okay and it started being not great. That's Gemini Wing. Then we played Roadrunner. Unless we didn't get to it on that day, which is possible. I'm pretty sure we played it. No, we must have not done it on that day. Oh, it might have been the Friday we did it. Evening, 16-bit battle continue. Yes. I think this one's gonna get lost. Oh, once the Amiga anyway. Yeah, okay. I found it. So, as a reminder, which I should have done before I started playing this, I believe this did have the map as well. The juddering is just the, I don't think it was the game, I think it was just my system being a bit shit, to be honest. I think it was relatively okay, but as we're seeing in the background here, it's definitely not the Amiga style. The music seems similar though. Alright, so that's the ST version. No, I'm just showing off what the old one was so you can see the comparison. So as you can see, we've already got a decent background. It's not kind of this sort of semi, I don't know what you call it, like banding or something. The music's a bit better. Well, a bit better or completely better. I don't know what you would rather say. Actually, no, I'd say the music is better in this one. seem to get that. Got it. Seems to be a bit easier to kill the enemies in this version. I seem to recall the enemies were a bit harder to kill in the ST version. Oops. It plays pretty well actually, to be honest. Hopefully I'm making it look okay to play. But I think with the practice I had with the ST version, that might be helping. Still need a new joystick though. Always complaining about that. And I cannot afford an Amiga, a immortal joystick at the moment. That's me messing up at this point. I think next we'll look at eSwap because I want to see if the same issue happens with, you know, when it was getting a bit sort of broken near the lifts area. Do you want to see if that still occurs? Great music on the Eastward intro. I think it was the same on the SE actually. I'll have to double check. If I remember rightly, the boss here would get a bit closer, I think. And we found that standing here was quite good. Vaguely remember something like that. Ah. Just lost a new life. No, get out. Ah, Eating Photon. Right, one more go and then we'll have a look at eSwap. I think this was on the challenges for Amiga August, if I remember rightly, but I don't think I did it. Me personally, no. Same with the Amiga. I knew people that had them, but I never had one myself. I was still on the ZX Spectrum at this point. And I think after that I moved over to the Mega Drive, and then I got a PC. But I did know other people with them and I played on theirs, so... Oh, there was an occasion where actually... Let me just turn this down in my ears. There was an occasion whereby I did actually have a possession of one for trial. I'm not going to go into it, but I did get to play on a 500 for a little bit. Just a temporary basis. And I did have the emulators in the 90s. So that would be the late 90s because it came with my PC. So I would have done it through emulation. But physically, no. Not my own, if you see what I mean. I didn't actually own an Amiga until just before the it's before the bubble, the retro bubble, and I did buy 2 Amiga 1200s. We was only supposed to get one, but one of them didn't turn up, so I bought another one, and they both ended up turning up at the same time. And as for the ST, the one that I've got now, which is the 1040, that came from eJagFest, because somebody was selling them on. That got picked up in... It was before pandemic, so I'm gonna guess 2018. I've not checked the ST, so I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Because you remember, it turned on, but it had that beep 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 beep, and I suspect it's to do with the keyboard. And I think the block came off it, the one that's connected to the keyboard. Well, it took me ages to figure out where it went. It's getting a bit... And now I'm forgetting things again now. Let's try hook. I was gonna say let's try not to die this time, and I end up dying through something else anyway. No, I'm rushing this now. Yeah. Yeah, it is made by Chris Hulsbeck if I remember rightly, so same person. I don't know if this was before or after Turrican. I suspect after, because it's 92. I'm sure Turrican was something like 89 perhaps? Yeah, let me just wait for the credits and it should show you. There you go, music Chris Hulsbeck. First Amiga was a 1200, yes. Did it have anything nice in it? No, I think it was a standard. Yeah, I think basically what had happened with my Amigas, it was a standard one. I remember one year I'd misplaced the because the 1200s have the power pack that's kind of separate. And well, all Amigas do, but you know, this particular one. And I misplaced it and I thought, right, I'll go to when Manchester had Play Expo in Advent City. I went looking for a power pack over there. I ended up buying an Amiga 600 with, I think the 600 came with a power pack that could be used with a 1200. Sheer irony, when I got back, I'd actually found the other power pack. So at that point I then had two 1200s and a 600. And I think that wasn't long after. It was about a couple of was it? No, it was a few more years after I picked up the two Amigas, actually thinking about it. And I had them for a bit, so I must have had them for a good 5 years maybe before that happened. So then that was my last Amiga that I got. So that was probably 2013, I'm guessing at this point. The dates are fuzzy. I think I got the Amigas in 2000 and... between 2004 and 2007. I think I got those. Because I remember switching houses around that time. And the 600 wasn't, because I didn't know anything about the retro events. I don't know if they were running at that time, but it probably was another 5 to 6 years before I picked up the 600. But that was the reason why I got it, because of the misplacement of the power pack. Now the 600, that came actually in a trapdoor, and I've still got it. It's got a 1 meg power supply with it. No, not power supply, 1 meg expansion. I didn't pick up any expansions for the 1200 until recent times. So the first one I got was it the ACA 1211? And I think that was the one with the 8 meg memory. Fast RAM it might have been. With, didn't it have a soft kick in there? So you could load an additional ROM through the soft kick through that. And that's all it had. And then when I really upgraded, I picked up a Checkmate case I took one of the Amigas out because this had a dicky back. I think that was that one. I put it in the Checkmate, and then eventually upgraded that to, I think that originally had the ACA in, and then that got upgraded to the Terrible Fire 1200. And at some point I want to try and upgrade to the 1232 because that includes the AFPU in there. And it'd be nice just to be able to say that I've got one. And the good thing is it's like it's on the card, so it'll just take over and run anyway. So that'd be quite nice if I can get one of those. Plus I do occasionally do stuff on Amiga that's kind of not massively FPU intensive, but I do have Imagine on it, and I have been playing around with that. That's kind of interesting. So it would be nice to be able to get something to take advantage of that a bit more. Oh, we got a raid from Tetsu. Let me just get rid of this particular person. Cool. Hopefully I didn't delete the wrong person. Let's wait until Tetsu pop. There we go. Tetsu is in. Thank you for the raid, Tetsu. What were you doing? Creative Monday and Scorpion Engine. Ah. So were you just doing some random game stuff, or were you doing something for Amiga Camis? Because I think her competition thing is still going on. Let me just turn this off a minute because I want to be able to hear myself think a second. I mean, we're going to change game anyway. Yeah, so were you doing just random creative stuff in Scorpion? Were you playing around with it, or was it for Amiga Carrie's arcade theme? I think she's still got it on. Oh, cool. Excellent. I think the Amiga Jam should be going on through November. Is that correct? Let me just check. I know, because I quite like the fact that you get a good amount of time with that sort of thing, so you're not rushing it. Submissions due in 4 months. Nice. Beginning March the 1st. Oh, close at March the 1st. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, one of these days I will definitely get on and do a game jam, but at the moment I've got too much stuff on. I've still got Last Half of Darkness to redo and carry on with. I've got my Aliens game that I want to try and get done by the end of the year, which is at the point where it's at the AI is in. It's not fully in, but it's in. And then there's a few more bits to do, and then I'm pretty much done. I'd say it's about halfway through. And then I think last week I was showing off stuff I've been playing around with in 2015, I think it was. When I was doing, when I was looking into the Vectrex, and I was playing with the 6809 assembler, so that was quite fun. Especially with the Vectrex, because that's got some good ROM routines for you just to get stuck into quite quickly. It would be nice if I could get my hands on a Vectrex Mini, but whether that'll happen, I don't know. Did implement a new font made by Photon today. I think Cami mentioned something about that because I was just having a look at the website. Yeah, Photon's SCX has very generously donated alternative fonts to the standard Topaz font for anyone's using it Amiga Game Jam projects. So that is in the links are in there. There's now an AmiBlitz plugin made by Honeytoss, is that? Available for anyone to use that will let you include any fonts, including Photon's one. So I will put that in chat so you can see that. She extended it. Is that because she's not getting much in the way of submissions, or is everybody just busy at the moment? There's currently 2 submissions in. And those of you who know that a certain pixel likes to come in, this is Henry, our ginger cat, who you don't usually see. He has this thing whereby if he picks a place to sit for a while, that's his place. So he's decided after we came back from Play Expo that my seat was his new place he was going to sit. So he'll be here until he decides to change his mind and go elsewhere. So you've got a new cat to nosy at when he's around. Some special stuff for high level language use also. Like a binary product name for any language that can use. Okay, fair enough, cool. Well, I've put the link for the Game Jam in there, so if anybody wants to use that font, there's a link in that itch.io link for Photon's alternative font. And again, thank you to Tedzo for the raid and everybody in there. So usually what I do on Amiga Monday is we look at cover discs, specifically Amiga format. But because after I did Amiga August, and then I followed it up with another event called Stember, or Atari ST for September. I decided to have a quick look at some of the games we played on the Atari ST and compare it to the Amiga ones. We did that 2 weeks ago, then I was away for a week, and now we're carrying on with that at the moment. So, what was the name of the cat? This is Henry. So that is the name of the cat. He is the first one we ever got. We've had him since he was a kitten. The next one we got was Pixel from her kitten age. And I remember one particular time she pissed him off because we had this chair that would it's one of those ones with the like a mesh type chair. What she'd do is she'd move the chair and swing it round whilst he was on it, and he'd get really pissed off with her. So and then when we got Newt as a little baby, when he was asleep, she'd go up and bat his tail, and then be like, and he'd wake up and he'd growl because he knew one of the cats was winding him up, but he couldn't prove it, so he couldn't actually give him a whap. But he's gotten a bit more softer in his older age. He's 14 now. So hello, Henry. Yeah. Right, anyway. Henry, close to my name, and also to my dad's dog, little Henry. My Alexis is almost 15. He's still quite a spry little thing for, well, I say he is actually a little one now because we've got Rupert, which is the black cat, and he's longer than Henry, but he's more, Rupert is more soppier and a bit softer than the Henry. You probably will have seen the black cat coming in a couple of times because he'll come in and go up to the top up there, or he'll just come in for a cuddle and then clear off again. I think the only other one you haven't seen is Newt. She used to do a thing whereby I'd go to the landing and she'd meow at me and I'd be like, come on then. So she'd come in, sit on my lap for a bit, have fuss and bugger off again, but she doesn't do that anymore. So, yeah, it's cats for you. They come in and out and, you know, do their own thing. Right, anyway. So, next game that I need to come up with, not to come up with, is to compare is eSWAT. We do have that game. Is it this one? Yes. So this is the ST version. I seem to recall the firing of this was a bit slow. It seemed nippy though. And then if I skip ahead to this part, is it this one? Now, if you remember, we get to a part where it's like, yeah, this part here, and it kind of goes a bit wrong. It's like, yeah, these parts are kind of going through the floor, which I'm pretty sure is not correct. So the thing is, it starts off well, but then it just... Where else was it? I think it's a bit further on. Yeah, that just said that. Sorry. So yeah, it was could have been better, basically. I'm gonna snooze the ads for a moment because I want to start playing this for a bit. Use two snoozes. Kind of cool and daring with the comparison. Zypho does a similar thing for the. Oh, yeah, I'd heard about that. He was. The last two times he's come in, it's been when he's been doing C64 versus ZX Spectrum versus Amstrad. Chat gets the votes to get involved sometimes, yeah. I think Spectrum does get a kick in on that. But that's just my bias, I suppose. Anyway, do I have eSWAT? Yes, I do. Let's see how this fares on the Amiga. 1990. Need to fix some food, but we'll be looking for a while longer. Have a great night. Thank you for the raid, and have a good meal. Said so. I don't think I listened to much of the intro for eSWAT on the ST, but this seems to hit straight in with a good track.
Hey, let's party!
Okay, this shot seems a bit better. Actually, semi on the shots, because I keep bashing, expecting more, it to be quicker. But okay, I'll give it okay. Do like the voices. I don't think that was a thing in the ST. Doing well though. Don't know what it is to jump on the Amiga. Space doesn't seem to do anything. It's usually spacebar to jump up, but it's not. Ah. Oh yeah, I remember you could kind of...
Thank you, officer.
I remember you could kind of cheese it that way. And this is the guy with the, I believe it's the
Hey,
anchor?
party.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harry. I'm moving around too much for you. Go on, sit in there. Only problem is I don't have many shots. Hello there, Amiga Cammy. They're coming up to the boss quite quickly in this. Yeah. The ST version I did a bit better. Just gonna wing it if I can. There we go. Cheesed it. I'm out of ammo now. Okay, 5 minutes France. Seems to have unlimited continues at the moment. Nope, not anymore. Okay, that's fine. Let me just double check what the manual says. SWAT. Right, so it says left shift is the special weapons. But if I fire, hold down the fire button and do jump up, which is top left or top right, I can get onto the higher levels. Right, okay.
Hey, let's party! Get out of my way!
Failed to jump in time.
Oh, thank
I think the other thing that the ST version did better was I could get to the bosses without having to get caught partway through. You see what I mean? They're like this part was a bit easier to.
Oh, thank you, officer.
So with the ST version, I could easily got in the box, and I did it earlier, but it just seems to be that.
Hey, let's party!
There we go. Alright. Doing it better now. There we go. I had enough shots so I can spam it. Really don't like the way that they've got the jumping high mechanic, because what? Game over here? Ah, oh, fine. Yeah, I don't like the way that they're doing the mechanic for jumping up, because it's hold down the fire button, press up, but if you're expelling out lots of ammo, it just doesn't, just doesn't work. Yeah. Single fire button. I mean, it would have been better, I think, on the...
Party.
I'm sure on the ST it allowed you to use the space button, which is a little bit better. Not the most,
Get out of my way.
not the best thing, but it's better than nothing. Weird thing is, both ST and Amiga supported multiple buttons out of the box. It also supported paddles. Now I bought some. I have bought some Atari paddles to see if it works with this, and if it does, that'd be good. Because I think games like Arkanoid could probably benefit with it. Alexis is soundly asleep next to me listening to the mayhem.
Hey, let's party.
Yeah. Thought if I stood next to him, I might not be able to get hit by the anchor, but that's not the case. I'm hoping this run I can get to at least the lift, because I do want to see a difference. You can shoot from within the helicopter. It looks like crawling is a better option. Ah. You sure you bought it? Did you like it? Or did you find it, Ah, damn it. Did you find it could be better or something? Ah, come on, I didn't jump yet. That's the special weapon. Remember thinking it was fine-ish, bit khaki, not great. Right, okay, so this is the one. Looks a little bit better than the ST version for this section. Let's see how this works. Oh, that actually looks better. No, I don't have any more continues. I still don't like this bit with the way that the enemies are going through that section, but at least you can see what's going on. It's not like a lift; it's the buildings coming down because it looks like it's being demolished, which again is better than what we saw last time. So yeah, a bit better. Still not great. And if you want to see a snoozing cat, there is a snoozing cat. So my my keyboard for the PC is over here, just over there, and then this keyboard is here, just like Pixel likes to do, is sleep in between, or if I've got a laptop here, Pixel will sleep here in between the keyboard and my laptop as a way to get closer to me. So cute but annoying at times, especially when she starts pushing against the laptop. I'm like, do you mind? I'm busy. Yeah, anyway, there we go. Poor cat. Right, so we're done eSwap, we're done Gym Power. So next one to do is, did I do Cyber Assault? So what day was Cyber Assault? Cyber Assault was that kind of weird one where it was like a first person mixed with a on-rail shooter. Well, no, that's not quite right. It was more like a mixture between Dungeon Master and probably something like Operation Wolf, because you had the mouse to use to fire. Probably a bit more closer to maybe a first-person version of, what's the Atari game where it's like Gauntlet, but you're shooting robots. I mean, you're shooting robots in this game. Begins with an X. Is it Zybots? I think that's what it. So it's like a first-person version of Zybots. "19th we played it, okay. So that's the 26th. That's the 27th. 22nd. Same day we did Afterburner. Just trying to find it now. Ah, here we go. So this is Cyber Assault. So let's skip to the actual gameplay. So you can see at the bottom here, you've got the moving around a bit like the Dungeon Master. And then when we get into here, that's where the action starts. And that's where I start using the mouse to get the weapons. So it's important in this game to find the just move this over if I can. There we go. So it's important in this game to find the weapons, because if you're stuck with the basic weapon when you carry on going, you're more likely to get killed. and each weapon basically makes the weapon speed faster, so it shoots faster. But this is essentially the game. You've got to pick up a few items. I think you've got to pick up 4 key cards or something throughout the game. But you can see the kind of influence of both Dungeon Master and sort of Operation Thunderbolt, that sort of thing. Right, so that's that. Let's see what the Amiga version is like. And apologies if I played through the ads, I completely forgot about them, to be honest. Yeah, we go, all 5 security keys.
Hyperspace.
Now you can play with the keyboard with the other one. I'll have to see what it's going to be like for, because I was using my other keyboards, the smaller one, which didn't help too much. Pull trigger or left click to start the game, or press C to recalibrate your phaser. So I don't know if that means you can use a light gun on this. I'm not sure. So I can use the arrow keys. I'm not sure what to turn is. I'm assuming it's supposed to be Del and help. Yes, it is. But my Del key is... Oh, it's working. The help key is not working properly. So it'll have to be one way. There's nothing in here. Green on this glass here. Okay. So green means there's something in here. Take up security. It's pretty zippy for 91 compared to Dungeon Master and either Beholder. Was it faster in you 1200? I don't know, you'd have to have a look. This is, bear in mind, this is running on accelerated 1200. So I don't know what it's going to be like on stock. Definitely need to go and find a gun soon. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Pick up oxygen. And the good thing is if there's a bigger area, you can kind of go back and stay out of the way for a little bit. And that's me dead. Yeah, it'd be helpful if I can. I'm gonna need to look at the membrane. I think the help key just needs a little cleaning. It should be fine. So just to reiterate on the controls, you can click here. But you can also use the arrow keys and Del for this and help for that. So it makes it a bit quicker. There's a new weapon. So make things a bit quicker. So I can't pick that up yet because I've not got rid of everything. You know, the 4 security keys, my health isn't too good. I did better on the ST, to be honest. Something's in here, play some of its health. Nope. think there's anything in there. But it's definitely better than games where you have to click arrows on the screens to move. At least I don't understand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get what you mean on that. It's got a fun arcade element to this, at least. Pick up a health pack. Cool. Right, and that is it for here. Oh, I need a lift pass. I know where that'll be then. So I'll be in that room with the... over here, I think. Health is doing okay. Yeah, I'm pushing this as just as fun on the ST as it is on the Amiga. So if you've never played this before, it's not bad. Gotta remember where the gun is now. And they'll get faster at shooting as well. Henry, don't do that. I can't escape. Right, shift over there. Don't whinge. Over there. Cats. Still streaming good. Right. Health is doing okay. Okay, so there's an empty room with nothing in it. Health pack again. Definitely need a gun though. Oxygen's fine. That's the lift away here. So we've been here before. Definitely need oxygen, so I'm missing that at the moment. This is where we started. So there's two there. Guessing we've not been here. No, we have. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's it. I thought it was something else. Okay, something there. That's that done. This is where we started. Yeah, and I went round to here. Please tell me there's something decent in here. That gun. Definitely need that gun. That full phaser. Ah, I just picked it up and you saw how fast that one was. There we go. That is Cyber Assault, just as good on the ST as it is on the Amiga. I do want to check whether... Just having a look at Lemon Amiga. It's been given 4.5 on a score, so I'm assuming that's out of 5, so that's pretty good then, or those people that have played it. What I'm trying to find... It says phaser. I'm not sure if the Amiga had one of those. Yes, it must do, because I'm looking at Amiga Joker and it's in German, but it says new games for the light gun. So I don't know if anybody had one for the Amiga. I don't know how prominent light games were on the Amiga, but there's one for you to try. Right, next game. Well, we on 152. Cool, I can get another 2 games done. There we go. So we've done Cyber Assault. Oh, the Killing Cloud. So that's that weird sort of flying game thing. 26th. So here is the Killing Cloud. By Vector Graphics, so those the same people that did Star Wars on the 8-bits, if you remember. Just gonna jump. So this is the kind of screen where you had to sort of I think you had to set certain things, and I think we had to do a bit of setup as well, but it wasn't massively bad. Just gonna jump ahead a bit. forward a bit because I was trying to work out the flying. And you get the flying around here. I think I paused it at this point. Oh, there is the black cat. So that was Rupert. There we go. Some flying for you. So we had to find this robot and we had to shoot it down. And I think I found the robot. I couldn't quite get it shot at. So yeah, this looked kind of interesting. And Photon says he has a original of this. Did you ever play it? I don't know if you just got it and never got around to playing it, or it's a fab game. Been ages since I played it and I haven't picked it up again. Should be equally good on both platforms. Yeah, I mean, this looks, if I remember right, this looked pretty good on the ST, but played pretty well. And I think you could go faster than this, but I slowed it down because I didn't want to slam into things. Because you will get, there is damage on the side there that will cause you issues. So the Killing Cloud, let's see what the Amiga version is. $1991. I may have to dig out the manual again. I think it was mouse driven actually. I picked up one game that I played a lot back in the day, Exile. Is that the one where you start off in the ship? I think we spoke about this before, and I think I said I wasn't going to play the Amiga version until I did the BBC version because it was something that I'd started a while ago and never got around to finishing. Because the only other Exile that I know of is the PC game Exile Escape from the Pit, which I'm doing on Tuesdays. Okay, it's the same again, assignment. The Black Angels have sent 3 surveillance robots into the Chinatown and Nob Hill districts of the city. Their aim is to find weaknesses in the SFPD, so that'd be the probably San Francisco Police Department. We know that 2 of the robots are faulty and are no use to us, but the 3rd is holding vital information which will help us capture the members of the Black Angels. Your mission is to find a functional robot and bring it back to base in a pickup pod. Machine gun fire is likely to damage the robot, and cannon shells certainly will. A net will stop the robot safely and quickly. Good luck. So I think we had to place the pickup pods around the area. So that's a pub. Oh, I think you need to pick up the nets. Right, okay. We only placed a couple of these, we didn't place a lot of them. So it looks like you can only place these at the intersections. Elite, it was starting on the BBC. One of the programmers were going to code on Frontier and oh, cool. Go on to code with the Frontier with Braven. Got quite far back in the day, but never finished it. Want to put that right? What on this game? I want cancel. Right click again. Armory. Not that I'll need it, but. Let me just launch now. So I missed showing the ST version of this, which is about the same, I think. So it's not a car, it's basically is a flying machine. Right, so I need to remember A for engines. No weapon armed. Now pod empty. So that's F2, F3, F4. Tracking view is F5, S6, F7. I've got to be careful now because I don't want to exit the game. I do not remember the key to. Oh, give me a second. Killing cloud. There we go. Find the manual. So I'll put this back in chat so those of you who haven't got it can see it. There we go. Flight controls. So remember the engine was E. We've got the radar zoom. Six is the tourist view. Okay, no, apparently not. Oh, B and V. It's kind of a glider inspired by Asimov novels. The only Asimov novel, I was going to say I've not read any, but actually not correct. The only one that I have read is iRobot. I do want to finally get into the Foundation series, but that'll take a while. To figure out where San Francisco is. There we go. That's where I need to go. Right, 5 minutes for... ants, and I will try and remember to pause. Ooh. Careful. I easily found where I needed to go last time, and I don't know how. I just kind of stumbled into Chinatown. So I'll have to see if I can do that again. Oh, what we got? Something's on a scanner. Is that one of the bots? I believe it is. We have no net. Let's pause. Is there a map in here? No, it would have been nice to have the map in the manual, but there is none that I can see. Right, I'm gonna go for a break now because I need the loot. So it's about 5 minutes or something like that. So I will be back soon, and the match is going to be starting in about a minute anyway. So give you a few minutes, and I'll be back.
Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, I better wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
If I were a braver man, I would run for the surface. But I'm afraid if the world finds out what we were doing here, Gordon... Well, please, just don't make me come with you.
Well, it does seem there is something to chaos theory after all, yes? I hear something.
Okay, why not? Didn't want to die alone anyway. Open fire! Okay, I'll secure this area.
Right, I am back. See where I am up to. I need to find these nets before I can take this thing on. Oh! Pressed the wrong key. Right, I think the good thing about me redoing this again is it means I can try and remember where I'm supposed to be. So back up. Where was I? So Russian Hill was there. And I've been through. Oh, there's 2 Russian Hills. Oh, I see. So basically I must have come in from that direction and basically didn't. Okay. So Nob Hill and Chinatown are there. We did see one of the robots around here though. So Nob Hill and Chinatown are south. Question is though, do I come in at this end? I must come in from this top angle. It's the only thing I can think of. Because these 2 are the first one I saw. But then again, I did turn around, so I don't know. Alright, whatever. Let's put some pups here. What a Mason. So Mason and Jackson. We've got ones in Polk and Hyde and Franklin. So I'm trying to kind of, as I'm coming in, give me something to... Something uphill, right? Okay, let's see if that gives me a better advantage. Crime file tells me about the surveillance robot. We have seen something like that. Okay. City info. And that's the thing where we're basically using you say, so Andy worked in this. I'm assuming you know who Andy, you know an Andy perhaps. Right, North Beach. Marina District. Come on, keep going. There we go. Problem is I don't know the street names, so I'm a bit kind of unsure. I don't even know which direction I'm supposed to be in. That must be one of the robots. Like what cardinal direction is supposed to be there? Colleague, well, I guess I find out why he played this for me on his living room TV. Now it says San Francisco. Oops, so I'm assuming I've gone out of the district. Bad damage. Is it any compass on this? I suppose you had to kind of note down the districts quite detailed, or maybe take some sort of map from it. Unless one was provided in a manual, it never got provided elsewhere. Oh, hang on, what's this? Russian Hill. Can see some blue dots, which tells me one of them's going to be the pub. One of them's got to be the net. There's the pub. Did I put a separate pub there, or did I put a net there? There's nothing. Oh wait, what's that? Yes, got the net. Right, where are you? There you are. I'm also running out of fuel. Arm the net. See if I can get the bugger. I think I've got to get the... Did I get it? Yes, I did. And what do I do next? No, you don't do that. Please pause. So I did that. What do I do next? The pub's radio controlled mobile holding pen. Highlight the icon, then position around the potential arrest site. You've launched your net, you move out and arrest the guy. As soon as you read him his rights, pub will come running. Be advised that the pub's radio is only a limited range. If it's too far away, it won't respond. Be further advised that it ain't armed. Gotta protect him if you want your felon back to get safe. Okay. Can't stop my engine. Quite sure I... So I'm assuming I've got to use the pulp for something. I'm not quite sure how you activate it though. And there's something I can't find. Because there's that blue thing there, but I don't know what it is. If it's a pulp, then I'm not quite sure where it is. Oops. Yeah, nope. At least I caught something, which is more than what happened in the Amiga ST version. But that's something we'll definitely have to come back to. I think I said that last time, but it looks interesting, does this game. So that is The Killing Cloud. Feel free to find it on your Amiga or ST, both as equally as good as each other. And I think we'll do one more and then we'll call it a stream. So when you have your vehicle blow, it runs out of fuel. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, you know. I mean, I wasn't quite sure where to put the fuel, but I also wasn't sure how to use a pump either. So, do I have Gemini win? Nope. Do I have a final fight? I do. Let's end on final fight. But the question is it going to be, which version is this? The 1 meg version, or you got the 512. And I think the 1 meg version is probably the better one to go for. Could be unfair against the ST, but you know. Let's have a look at what this game looked like on the ST. 22nd, I think we're on. It's the 26th. Aha. Okay. just jump along. So the scoring's a bit juddery. And there's missing elements, like there's no enemy there. The sprites are nice and big, but it is a bit choppy. Whether Amiga can do a bit better, I don't know. We'll have to find out. I don't think I've ever played the Amiga version of Final Fight. If we just scroll a bit further where the boss is. So the boss actually comes in from the left. He doesn't actually... Just get to that part. He doesn't actually sit on the side and jump backwards and forwards. He just appears and then from the left and then comes in. And when I first played this, was playing as Cody, I think I was playing as. And I found that trying to get a punch in was just not possible. There you go, comes in from the left. So it's about the same. I don't think you see Roxy in here anymore. But I think I was impressed with the way the train came in the background. So the train did look okay on the back up there. I think I died around here at some point, or it crashed, one of the two. Yeah, I think it crashed. So that's Final Fight. Bit choppy. The sprites were nice and big, but I think that was about it for that. So let's have a look at the 1 meg version. If it runs. Again, 1991. Still like the fact that they give you a demonstration. And what was it you said? I also like Damocles, which I finished back in the day. Yeah, I need to do that at some point. And my thing is it's got the expansion RAM, so it'll be interesting to see how well it takes with the expansion RAM. Whether that's going to make an unfair comparison is another thing entirely. gonna do Cody again as you usually do. Well, that's a lot faster. And now being juggled again. These two did not appear in the beginning, I don't think. Yeah, scrolling's a lot nicer. I think Cody's a bit slower to punch. Let's go with Guy. Yeah, it's a lot better than the ST version. But again, I've got expanded RAM as well, so that's probably helping. And no crashes this time. Problem is, it doesn't do the combos. You just get punch. Just a bit naff. Oh, Roxy. Didn't know I kept my pipe. Can't even not get any throws in either from what I can see. So it looks like that's definitely not in the game. Because if you, I think if you walked into them and attacked, then that you get to throw them. This guy's one of the hardest hardest in the game. He is in the arcade version. Oh, you'll recognize this. Oh no, my car. Oh, it doesn't do it. Okay. Do not like that the fact that the fly kick is so its punch is standard on just without anything else, like just the button. But it to do right and then fire is fly kick, which I don't like too much. In fact, I don't like it all, to be honest. And there we go. That is Final Fight. You can pretty much tell. I'm not going to play on this. This is just... I mean, it's, like I said, better than these, the ST version, but not happy with the way everything is the controls are just a bit off for me. Can't get out of it. Music's good. I just don't like because the combination for fighting is hit, kick, and then something else on the same button, and they haven't implemented that, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, there we go. That is a good few games compared again. So we looked at Eastward was better. Jim Power graphically was better, musically was a bit better. I think gameplay is a bit easier because I found it a bit easier to kill things on the Amiga version. Is it bad on the ST? No, I think it's okay on the ST. It's just Amiga slightly pips it on that one. We've played Cyber Assault, which is about the same on both of them. We played The Killing Cloud, which is about the same on both of them. What else did we play? I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some others like Whizball and Robocop and Eliminator. As far as I remember, Eliminator is about the same on both of them. Robocop, I think, is about the same. Whizball's the same. Batman the Movie, I'm pretty sure is the same. Dynamite Ducks we looked into. I did find it a bit faster than the ST version. I was going to look at Double Dragon. I actually completed it on the ST in quite quickly. I think I did it in about 20 minutes. Yeah, I've played Buggy Boy before. I think I've played BMX Simulator before. I think The Amazing Spider-Man's going to be about the same. Oh, there was Beast Lord. I was meant to have a look at that. Although I did say the problem with Beast Lord is it's one of those games you really got to get into before you start playing it, to be honest. Did I actually check it out? I can't remember if I did. I might have done. But it's a very in-depth game. Because you've got the mouse to control as well. And it's done in a slightly different way. So you've got the movement, because it's one of those ones where it's like a road like this, but you can move up and down the road. You can go into doors, so it's a bit like Platoon in a way, or Tina Nog, where you can go into doors at the back and you go to different parts. It's worth checking out though, but yeah. Other than that, I think that's it for today. And I think that's it for the comparisons for now. Next week we'll definitely go back to the usual setup, which is Amiga format. I can't remember which CD we're on, to be honest. So I'll have to dig back about a month's worth 2 months worth to find out where we're up to. Then we've got Degeneration that I'm still playing. We're still kind of coming in and out of Deuteros, so I need to know where I'm up to with that. And what else have we got? I think that's it. And usually we'll do some demo scene as well. So we've still got some demo scene to look at. So that's for next Monday. For when I'm back this week will be tomorrow. And I will be carrying on with XL Escape from the Pit. We have beaten one of the big bads, Drahoth, who is the Demon Lord, basically. Took several attempts. Even the walkthrough took several attempts, so it wasn't just me. All the parties still alive, thankfully. So I think the next thing we need to do is find that barrier and smash through it. And I think we've got a few more bits and then we're done, which is good because it's been about 2 years, I think, playing that game. So it'd be good to kind of get that to a close. Then Friday, we've got KKND, the hard level, and it's relentlessly hard. We've still yet to get to the very hard level, and then after that it should get a bit easier. And then after we've done that, we've got the opposition to play as well. And then Sunday we're starting a new game, because we finished playing Dracula the Undead. That took about 2 streams. It's quite a short game, but it was an interesting game for the Atari Lynx. But we are playing Miner 2049er on the Atari 800 via the Mister. So that'll be on Sunday. And yeah, that is this week in a nutshell. Let's see who we've got available for raiding. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I keep reading past the plunger, but it's only because he's playing Alien Trilogy, and I think I've mentioned it before, but I do have it for the PC. Not a big fan of it on the PC, to be honest. So it's Alien Trilogy there. Reason why I'm not a big fan of it is because after playing Doom and Quake and then coming to Alien Trilogy, it felt like a step down, just because I felt the SFX could have been a bit better. Like, it felt like a pepper bomb when you were using the grenade launcher. So as a kind of like, I've got it for the consoles, and I think I prefer playing it on the consoles, and maybe that's just me being a bit snobbish, but the consoles didn't have a great time with first-person shooters anyway, so to me it kind of fits that way. But yeah, on the PC, I was just like, I've still got it because it's Aliens and I like the franchise, but yeah. Anyway, Plunger is playing this on the PS1. Speaking of Aliens, I do need to get back to playing Alien Resurrection, but that is on hold at the moment because I've got to redo it. Because if you remember, I got to that certain part, and I think it was like level 7 or something. But I only had 2 ammo and a shotgun, and then the pistol. And we walked into 2 aliens and about 3 facehuggers. So there was no way I was getting past that. So I think I was going to be like, right, I will restart this and see if I can get some more ammo. So at some point, maybe next year, we'll have a look at that again. And yeah. Anyway, let's go raid Plunger. Get some aliens. Alien kind of feeling going on. Again, thanks everyone for popping in. Thank you to Teto for the raid. Thank you for all the chats and stuff. It's always good to have a bit of chat going on. Thanks for the stream. No problem there, Cammy. And until tomorrow, or until the next stream you fancy coming in at, I will see you then. Bye.